The market is nice and green right now. As you all know, do not trade the bias, trade the trades. Just because it's green doesn't mean it's going to stay that way. And everybody remember, typically, if the market runs up in the pre-market, what's it typically do at the open?
Pull back.
That's right. And why is that?
People taking money.
That's
Getting
right.
their money.
Yes, people collecting their money from the previous day, right? So if you see it run up like it's doing right here, typically we'll watch for a pullback. Now, the thing with the pullbacks, though, right? We don't know how much it pulls back. We don't know when it's going to find support. This is why, though, these major areas that we have charted out, right? These are going to help us to see when we are going to start to find support. You can see there's a lot of traffic right here, right? So to me, this should be a major level of support right there, right there, right there, right there, a little bit of there, right there, right there, right there, right there, and right there, right? We'll see. We don't know. This is why you never know. You can see right here why this is bouncing off this major area. Keep an eye on these today. Don't worry. We will walk you through these trades. Again, not to mirror or mimic ever, but so that you understand what we do, why we do, when we do, the things that we do to you. It's going to be a fun one today.
Coach, old hot stock GPUS. It's still going up pretty good.
Thank you. GPUS. We've been tracking that for a couple days now, haven't we, partner?
Yes, we did. We made money on it.
Yes, good. So GPUS. Same thing. Just make sure you guys are charting it out. You can see how long it takes for me to chart it out. Should take you less than 5-10 seconds. Chart the entire thing out. Done. You're ready to rock and roll, right? Make sure when you guys are charting this out, I love to use like green and red, knowing when I want to go long or when I want to short. The reason I do that is that way when I quickly come back to a chart, I will already know what I was putting in there, right? Like right here, if this goes above, if this goes below. This way I'm already set up for success, right? If you guys want to take it one step farther, as I've talked about before, you can simply go in here, go to drawings, make sure you put in the text. You can say previous day high. That way I know what it's doing. You can see that I had it over here before, right? There's pre-market high. We'll just grab that. Give me that. See that right there? So nice. Make sure you guys are all charting this out. It will help you throughout the day, right? Now, if you guys start to find yourselves that you've got just lines everywhere and it's just a mess, get rid of all that trash. I start literally every single day with a fresh chart. Now, sometimes I'll leave golds in there if I'm like, hey, this has been a big level. To be able to do that, all you need to do is click on this lock button right here, okay? So if you don't want that to disappear and you don't want to accidentally move it around and you want it to stay, just go with the lock button and you can keep it on your screen. Now, remember at gold level, to me, it hits that key area a bunch of times, whether it's become support and or resistance. I will use that as a gold level, meaning this is a major level for me to keep an eye on, okay?
Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Aftermarket live chat and watch party. I'm your host, Dawn, aka J&J Video Reacts, and this is a stream that's been created for you to come to after the market. Hopefully, you guys had a green day. We got a special surprise for you here on Think Tank Thursday. Once again, we have Richard. Now, you know Richard. If you're a part of American Dream Trading, Richard is part of the framework that makes the American Dream Trading train go, right? He is always doing the gold breakout rooms, which if you're a VIP gold member, you know what I'm talking about. If you've ever sat in on one of Richard's classes, you gain a whole wealth of knowledge. Why? Because he's got so many years of experience when he was working for the institution. So we got Richard, who's going to be on here today to talk to us a little bit about some of the strategies that he does. Also, don't forget at 3 o'clock, there is a crypto Zoom. So if you guys are looking to learn about crypto, if you are a member, you can go ahead and get signed up. Let me hold on one quick second. I didn't get a chance to look at it because I had to create the stream, Chris. So let me look really quick at what he was talking about here. I think we got James in the backstage. Hold on, James. I'll be right there, honey. Let's see. Here we are. All right. David. Somebody, of course, is trying to call me right now. No. Okay, so crypto lifetime, right? Okay, $2,500 futures, regular lifetime, 500 crypto lifetime. Okay, so the first two people to grab a crypto lifetime get 300 off of super or off of So there's a crypto deal going on. Sorry. I can't tell what it's saying here. It's supposed to be. Okay, so 300. Yep, 300 off, I believe. So that would be fantastic. Now, right now, we're trying to get Coach to 20K. What we're going to do is ask you to smash that like button, right? Where is my thumbnail? All right, yep, smash the like button. We're trying to get Coach to 20K. We're at 15,520, and that means we've only got 4,480 to go. So go ahead, and it's free. Just smash the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's get those numbers up there. So I thank you guys for being here this afternoon. I'm going to go ahead and let the guests in. We got James L., and we have Richard. All right, let's
Is this
Richard, Miss Dawn,
hey.
I just wanted to pop in. I am immobile out doing the things, but I didn't
All
want you to
right.
feel abandoned.
Oh, thank
So
you.
figured I'd pop in for a second and let you know I'm listening, but
All
I got to
right,
go.
honey. All right, honey. I'm glad you are listening, and we're trying to make you proud. Okay.
I'm here. Can you hear me this time?
Yes, we can
Yep.
hear you.
Look,
Test, test.
there's
Can
the
you hear
Haley
me?
What's
and
that?
and Bubba. I said there's the Haley and Bubba in the back.
Hey, Haley and Bubba. Happy 4th of July, gang. Happy 4th, James.
I think you should turn your headphones down. I can hear it from over here.
Oh,
I
happy Fourth to
know.
y'all and everybody in the chat. Happy
Yeah.
Fourth, and I look forward to seeing you all Monday.
All
Ish.
right. Have a fantastic weekend. All right. Richard, thanks so much for coming on, sweetheart. You there? Richard. Can you hear me?
Hey,
While
I have
he's,
a feeling my mic is delayed.
can you hear me now?
My mic is delayed.
All right, we got somebody else that's coming in.
Test, test. Test, I can hear you, but my mic is delayed. Yes, I can hear you, but my response.
Hey, Milk Money.
Hello, can you hear me okay?
I can. That was an amazing workshop class.
Good.
Yay. That was
Good.
awesome.
Good. Yeah, I love it, right? I love doing trainings. It's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah. Yeah, you're very good at it. So how have you been doing? You've been waiting in the weeds, huh?
I have. I've been waiting in the weeds, doing 2-minute EWO, all the things.
Sweet. That's awesome. I haven't been trading a whole heck of a lot. I've been doing it on and off, in the mornings, and then spending most of my time trying to figure out this editing gig. So yeah, I'm tasked with trying to do it from the computer, which, as everybody knows, I've always done editing from the phone, but my phone has given me so many issues this week. So I am attempting to do it from the computer. So I've got to train myself this weekend. That's what I'm going to spend my weekend doing, is training myself how to use the damn computer to edit. But I have a feeling that once I get it down, yeah, you're going to see some good stuff. So
That's awesome. I love
Yeah.
seeing you in your forte.
it's home, it's comfortable. Creating anything is whether it be music, whether it be video, I'm a creator. So that's what I like to do. That's what I was born to do, right? So yeah, I'm glad to be doing that for Coach and for the community. And I just want to put my best work out there. I just, ask for his patience while I'm trying to get this thing together, because I do want to do it to the best of my ability full time and really kick ass for the organization. I really want to be able to put some shit out there that he would be proud to put on TV if he had to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's gonna take me growing. So I'm going through growing pains. It's like I can't just revert to the phone, because that's what I've always known. I've got to expand now. I'm actually being paid to be a creator. So I've got to do it the right way and make sure the quality is there, and make sure it's something that's going to engage people. And the only way to really do that properly is to go ahead and get acclimated to doing it on the computer and use the right software. So that's what my thing is doing this weekend. That's my homework, and I'm going to enjoy it. I'm just going to dive head first into the pool.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. That's the exciting part, right? Like we get to decide our path here.
Yeah. It's growing.
And it's super awesome to be able to do that. Especially if it's something that we find value in, that fills our cup, right? Like we're not just a trading community. Like there's a lot more that goes into it behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
It is. It's a lot of work, and it's going to be a lot of work, but I'm not afraid of hard work, especially when it's something that I love to do and it doesn't seem like work. So, you know what I mean? It's going to be fun learning how to do this on the computer. It's high time. I've been editing for over 2 years now, so I'm really a brand new editor. But I'm just learning how to really, really hone in, and it's something that I've really into. So it's about time that I learn how to do it on the computer. The computer is a different set of real estate. Your phone, it's right there. It's compact. Everything is right there. You can enlarge with your hand. You can double tap and everything's larger. It's so easy for me, being a semi-blind person, to work with. The computer is going to be a challenge because things are in places that I can work Restream like nobody's business because I'm familiar with it. I've been doing it for 2 years, but CapCut, first of all, I'm new to CapCut, period. I've left the platform that I was on because CapCut I found is so much better. They offer so much more material and so much more to work with as far as creation tools. So I'm like, okay, this is really cool. And I learned that on the phone, but then I got hit with no storage on my phone this weekend until I upgrade. Don't you love it? So I'm like, I've got no choice but to learn it on the computer. So I think that was something that was forcing me into it. So I'm excited. I'm really excited.
What is that phrase?
You mean now?
Be uncomfortable to get comfortable or something.
You have
like
to be
that.
uncomfortable
Richard,
to
we
get
can hear you.
comfortable.
Hey, finally! I
Yeah.
left and came back, and it loaded better this
And
time.
that worked.
So
That worked.
awesome.
Good. Yep. But
And
yeah,
if-
you have to get uncomfortable. You have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Right now, I am truly a fish out of water. But I'm as much as I want to run back to the phone, and well, maybe I can find something to make the quality better. I can't do that. I've got to hone in on this because I feel like this is gonna really, really be good.
And just for those that are in the audience, just because Dawn says she's, a fish out of water, that she's already
Here
a catch that's been taken. Okay, that's it. What?
I thought this was going to be some vegan joke.
Oh.
I did too. I did too. I'm like, here it comes.
I got my swag on though. Look at that. Come on.
I see that.
And
look, my
where's your
birthday.
swag?
My birthday's coming up. I hit my mother-in-law with the white link to the white cap.
There we go. Bam.
All right.
Awesome. Well, thank you for inviting me, and we'll kick her off. So whatever you want to, where you want to go, lead the way.
I tell you what, I know you can't go into anything really that you talk about in the breakout rooms, but is there anything on the free program that you think that the new people should know? Because you're a strategist. You and Ange both are strategists. So
I can. And now, is it possible for me to share my screen?
It is.
Okay, so if you can walk me through, I think, and Ange, I'd like your backup on this. I think one of the most important places to start, if you're have less experience and you're trying to hone in on what to do, it's to find out where the gold resistance and gold support lines are and how to do that. And if you can do that, that is like, to me, the foundation of being able to trade. You need to know how much a stock will move in a range in a day, but you use that to determine where we call what I call ceilings and floors, because things have a hard time breaking through the ceiling to go above, and you can jump on the floor a bunch of times, but you have a hard time to break the floor to go below it. So resistance is equal to a ceiling. Support is equal to a floor. So same terms. That's what they mean. So what do you think about that, Ange?
Along the bottom, Richard, you'll see some bubbles there. You should see when it says share screen.
Does it say champagne next to it?
Yeah. No.
Bubbles? Bubbles. I don't know. See bubbles.
If you see share screen, and then once you click that, just share the screen that you want us to see, and I'll toggle it into the stream.
It's the box with the arrow in it.
It's the box with the arrow in it.
Yeah.
So it looks to me, just breaking news for everybody. Looks like the law passed in the House. So going into next week, that's going to be awesome chicken dinner.
I have a bell too.
You do.
That's very good.
Let me hear your bell.
I don't see where that is. I see a
Ready for it?
camera. I see a plus. Share screen.
Nice.
Is that share screen? Do I do share
It is.
screen?
It is. That
Okay,
is
so
it.
I click that, and then I can go to the one
Whichever
I want
one.
to share.
Yep. And I'll hear the little doorbell letting me know it's backstage, and I will let it in.
Can you see it?
Nope.
I have no idea if I'm sharing it or not.
No. Did you click on the screen that you want to share? And then
Yes, I did.
and then in the bottom right it should say give you a confirmation or something. Or...
Oh, hold on. Maybe I shouldn't say this. Oh, it's now saying no. I don't want to do that. Oh, so I have to press. Is it an H?
So click screen share again. What do you see when you do that?
It does a little pop-up screen. It says share screen, press. I think it's an H. Let me see. It's at a different site that I haven't seen before. What is the name of this place? Maybe somebody else should share the screen.
What are we attempting to do with sharing the screen?
I was going to come and share, show my Weeble screen, and so that I can actually kind of demonstrate how somebody that has a little experience can find support and resistance in a different, easy weather.
When you click share screen, does it bring up a box that shows Weeble?
Yeah, let me see. No, it does not.
I see where this is fun for somebody who has visual issues.
Yeah.
Or
mental issues. Yeah.
And you see what he was just doing, right? And so now imagine this whole screen of whole new things that it's like, he's just trying to find a button. I'm trying to learn an entire app.
Screen. Okay, hold on. I might
Richard, this is my screen. What ticker would you like me to pull?
Hold on. I think I might have this.
Sweet. Mine is pulled up, so don't let that confuse you.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, let's go back to what she wanted to do. It's not doing. Right. It's not pulling. It's letting me select windows, but not for some reason that window. Don't know why, but
on the top it says window or share screen.
Mm-hmm.
Mine says allow studio restream to see your screen, and the answer is yeah. So then there's a box below that says select. Well, maybe I have to type in it this time. I don't know. Stock Lounge Live.
I didn't have to type in anything.
Book.
Yeah, there's no typing.
Mainnet. Thinkorswim, no.
The weird thing is you've actually done it before on here. Remember
not on here.
Yeah, you have. Remember you had that white screen up? And we were like, wow, is it white? Their screen's white.
I think that was an accident also. Okay, I'll let Ange put it up. Okay, I'll let Ange put it up. It's like,
okay,
we've got it up.
Would you like me to pull,
so put up Google, GOOG.
GOOG.
Thank you, Ange.
You bet.
Stay on page. It almost was going to disconnect me. Oh, wow. I think I might actually have my screen up there now. Or is that hers?
That's hers.
I have Google pulled up.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, just fake me out. That's good. My fault. Okay, so what you want to start with is you want to know how much, in this example, Google moves in a day. Now, I go to a site that gives me that regularly. It's called stockconsultant.com. And it's free. That's what's neat about it for those that have less experience and don't know. And it also their data. It's just a different place's opinion on what different stocks can do. But it does give historical average, and it tells you how much Google moves on average in a day. And it happens to be for Google $2.50 to $5. So the first step is to go ahead and show not only today, but if you can show the previous day and the overnight pre-market. So squish her together a little bit. Maybe go down to the 1 month 2-minute screen. That'll help.
Okay, so this is the 1 month.
Yeah, and 2 minute.
Oh, 1 month.
2 minute.
Got it.
Perfect. Okay. And so what you're looking for, and I would like you right in the middle of the day in the black, put a line right at the top where that little peak comes up, right on top of that peak. Back center. Okay, you have the lines there. Drag it down to where that peak is. In the center of the day of today.
Oh, the center. Okay, so here.
Yep, perfect. Right there. Okay. So hold on one second. I just got confirmation again that it definitely did pass. Okay, so what you're looking for in a strong line is it to say that it has trouble going above it or it has trouble going below it. And the only way you can identify it for sure is to go backwards and forward. So we see this temporary spot where it came to a peak and fell. Now we're going to go backwards in time to the previous day and the previous overnight. And you can stop there and you can kind of see that, yeah, right. Wait, stop right there. In the first part of the gray where, yes, right there, you see how it has problems breaking above that same spot?
Right.
What's happening that's causing problems to do it? And we'll go back a little bit further. Go back into yesterday. And you can squish yours. And so we don't see anything there. Go back a little bit more. There you go. And it might not be up there. So now let's go forward to today. And let's see if we see any other place. Yeah, there we go. Into now the aftermarket. Do you see how now it has trouble breaking below it? The line is solid below it. That shows strength. You actually want to see both sides. Trouble going down, trouble going up. And that actually defines that there is a lot of orders that are placed both above and below there, and it makes it a stronger line. And so to save speed, we'll call it a gold line. So now once you know where the gold line is, and it can be anywhere, it could be lower, it could be because there's gold lines in different places. But now once we know that that's there, and we know that the price moves from $2.50 to $5 in a given day, $2.50 being the normal range, and $5 is when there's like activity and things going on or news releases that says, hey, it can move an extreme amount, and that would be near the $5. So we take that line, and can you now take away a little bit of the pre-market? We can make the chart a little bigger so you can see the dollar amounts. Awesome. And then go into the, yeah, there's fine. It's fine. What is the price that's in the tab on the side where you drew your line? What is that price on that line?
That is 180.26.
Okay. So one of the things that you want to do is retail investors love to put sell orders and buy orders at even dollar amounts. It could be $1, it could be 50 cents, it could be 75 cents, it could be 25 cents. But that 50 cent and $1 rate, boy, that's where a lot of people would say, man, it gets to, if we're talking about a $90 to $100, it's like, I'm taking a profit and closing it out at $100. It's just human nature. So we want to go ahead and click on that line. And you should have a box open. Yep. And where the gear is, can you go up to the gear? Click that. You have to click the gear.
Yep.
Did you click
the gear? You don't see it, but it's open.
Oh, it is there. Okay. And you want to change that price. You said, what was it? 1 something something 80 something?
180.26.
Okay. So I would just make it 180.
Okay.
And you want to change it to that even number because you know that's where a bunch of people are going to be. And then because we know it's 250 higher, just take that 180, add 250, and we're at 180, 250, and draw a new line. Bring over your pen. Oh, okay, good. And then we can go, oh, it disappeared. Do you have the pencil open?
Yeah, I did, but you don't see it.
That's weird.
Where did it go? 180. Okay, there that is.
You have the 180, so now we want 180, 250.
I've had that happen before.
250. I have two. There we go.
Okay, and then let's go up one more. That'd be 185. 180, 250 plus 250.
Oh, hold on. 182.
Leave that line there.
Yeah, I had the wrong number.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So 180. So then 182.50.
Correct.
Where is it? Why is it not showing up?
I don't think do you have your pencil actually opened?
I do.
Yeah, every now and then it'll do that. I've had that happen before where I click the line and it goes away.
You know what? It's because I have it blown out.
Oh yeah, shrink it down a little bit, and then
There
if
we
you want,
go.
you could drag that line down, unless that's a line for your own charts.
No, that's good. Okay, so there's 182.50. Okay.
Okay, and you have the 180. Good, and then okay, we're go one more, and that would be 185. And then we want to go below, since it was 180, we go 250 below. That would be 177.50. Or 170, yeah, 177.50, is that right? 250, 77, 80, 77, 79. Yep, that would be 180. Okay, and then normally you want to go like even, let's go one more down. So that would be 250 below. Where are you at? 177.50?
Yep.
So that would be 175 even.
Yeah.
Okay, so now what you've done is these are called horizontal channels. And price always likes to move in channels. So understand that, okay, for Google, it likes to move in $2.50 to $5 channels. But each of these solid white lines that she has, scrunch it down again so that we can see all of them at the same time. That would be cool. Awesome. Okay, and then now in channels, in math, things like to move at a mathematical average. So what we want to find is what is called the mean in between these. So from one white line to the next line is the 250 normal range. You want to find where the mean is. And if it's 250, that means at 125, you'll put another line. So pick which one we can take just below where the candles are. We'll just do a couple of them. So that one that's at 170, just below the 180. What is it, 177.50?
Yeah.
Okay, so 17, take that line below, or you're already doing the mean between that one?
So you want the mean between 177.50 and 175?
Yeah, and all you have to do is, since we know it's 250, half of 250 is 125, just add $1.25 to that 170, whatever it is, I can't see it.
Okay.
Below it. Take $1.25 above that.
There we go. We'll just type it in. So what is that? 175 plus 125?
Yeah, so it's it would be 176, 177, 25, right? Thank you. And then go up to the second line, not the gear, but the up at the top in that box, the second line.
Okay.
Yep, click on that. And it should drop down and you should see a dashed line there.
Yep.
Click on the dashed line.
Got it.
And it's going to change this. So now you see what is the day's average and what is the mathematical mean in the center. And you want to do that on each of your levels. So go up one more level, and that was 177.50, right?
Yep.
So $1.25 is 178.75. It'll actually even improve your mask and make it a dash. And just do one more. We only need one more, because that's where the bars are right at this present time. So and that, I believe, was 180, right?
180, yeah.
So 180, 125.
He is working you, Ange.
That's good. I'm a visual person, so this is
yep,
great.
And you got that. Okay, so now you will see, and this is, and you can spread it out a little bit, so we don't need to see yesterday. Let's bring it down to the pre-market through now.
Yeah, how do you change this back? What do you change the range back to?
Use the mouse and scroll it. Push, okay. Do you have a wheel?
I do, yeah.
Use the wheel, there you go. Okay, so the black, stay with black, you can see that statistically speaking, all shares move within their day's range over 60% of the time, 63 to 65% of the time. It will not go over outside of that range. It will need an event or something to push it outside of that range. And so if you see a solid line to solid line, you'll see that for the most part, yeah, Google did it today, didn't it?
It did.
And what's interesting is as we get into summer and the main managers are gone from institutions, the managers underneath do not have as much authority. So it'll even be tighter. It might not even move for the full day. And we can kind of see an example of that because now it's going from what was the mean at the open. You see the candles, 2 candles dip below the mean, the dash line. Mm-hmm. And where did they go? Just to the ceiling of the day for the most part. Do you see that? And that really has a benefit if you understand that, because when you interplays, you have a better idea of, I know this is a resistance up here. I'm going to be a little bit more careful because now in summer with less volume and less moving ability, I'm going to be tighter. And when we have more volume or events, I know that I can let it go past the mean and go up to the next one. So for today, and this is kind of strange, but it is there. If you notice, what is the normal day range is actually from a dash line to the dash line above. That represents the same normal day's range. But the candlesticks, where the price action was really only half of a day's normal spread. Why? Because we're in summer. So if you know just that, it can tell you, well, wait a minute, where do I want to buy? Well, I want to buy. So when we saw at the open and it came down, and this probably, now I can't see it here, but I would bet anything that if you went back in time, that this was a double bottom just after the open. It's acting just like a double bottom. It drove down. Yeah.
There it is. There
pretty
it is.
much.
It's right there.
There it is. Do you see that?
I do.
And so being a double bottom, it's like, hey, okay, now open it up again. The screen, so we just see today. Come more to today. There we go. That tells me, hey, because of a double bottom, I know that if I was always trained, think of it as an apartment building, because stocks like to deal with even amounts and ranges. And so that's why you want to know what the range is. But I can go ahead and I want to enter at where that, if you miss the double top, I want to enter in, and guess where? That first dash line, once it breaks and holds above that, I want to enter. So you can put your mouse over there. It's right after the big 3. It's right after the first double bottom. See how it broke above the dash line?
Yep.
So if it breaks and holds there, I can enter. And now I can wait till when? I can wait till it gets up to what was the high, or I can wait and I have to be very careful at that next high. But if it does show that it wants to break out, it's going to want to go up to that next dash line. Now, there is things that get in, I don't want to say get in the way, but kind of get in the way. And that is we want to use our indicators and look at our indicators. And this is one reason why you really want to consider coming to ADT. The experience that we have, the breadth of knowledge from all different angles of life's experience in the trading market will help you identify an ADT inputs indicators. And of those indicators, we have a 9-day moving average, 21-day moving average. We have a 200. We have a 50. We have what is called VWAP, which stands for the volume weighted average price, right, is at. Thank you. And of course, you have these ceilings and floors or resistance and support. So I know I can go pretty confidently in here. I can put my stop to protect me just below the dash line that broke above. And you'll see, did it ever go back the rest of the day down to that line? The answer is no, it didn't. And did it go up to that mean, or which now would be, okay, when you're talking about a dash line to dash line, your mean is the solid line in between, right?
Right.
Yep.
Did it get to the mean? Yeah. So if you would have owned shares, what is the price at that 170, where our first dash line is, where we jumped in?
172.50.
172.50?
No, what was it, Ange?
178.75.
Okay. And what is the price of the mean?
180.
So you would have made about $2 just by playing from this spot entry here up to the mean. If that was,
That's awesome.
if you were dealing with option contracts and you entered at the money at that 170, please again, I'm sorry, terrible mind. What was the bottom dash line? 175.80 or 175?
The dash line.
Yes.
178.75.
Okay, so if you would have entered, if there would have been, now I believe in Google, I don't know if they have dollars or not. Shoot, what's the price right now for Google?
The price right now for Google is.
Just look at what the screen is where it closed.
That's what I'm
Not,
trying.
don't go in the aftermarket. Go for today. We'll stay with today
Sorry
because
about
options are closed now. They don't change. So what's the price right now?
What the hell is
At
it?
the close, it should be up above your chart and
180.77.
okay. So click on. Do you have options attached
not.
window? Oh darn. Okay. Well, let me hold on. I can get it for you. So at that price, one moment. Yeah, it closed at. Looks like 180.55. Is that right? Yeah, 180.55. So if you would have entered, the price is going to be about the same. If you would have entered at that line, when it hit that line, right now, the cost to buy that deal on a day before the holiday, believe it or not, is less than $50. That's at the money on a call going long. And if you waited for it to go $2 more, because we could see $2, that price changed. Are you ready for this? From $50, it's actually 56 cents to $2.81. You would have made $2.30, which again, when you're dealing with an option, you're dealing with 100 shares. That's $230 on a $50 investment.
Wow.
Just from the floor to the mean. If it went to the total top, again, we're talking about $5, right? Then that went from again, literally 56 cents to $5 is, oh my gosh. Can we go back in time and enter this play? $5.62. You would have made $510 per contract on that play if it went to the top. And again, what we take into account with options is a thing called delta. And delta is a Greek form that says how much that option is going to increase based on a dollar move. And anytime you enter exactly at the money, it's 50 cents. So if this thing moves $2, well, of course, you've got 50 goes into $2 4 times. 4 times 50 is $2. And you made $1.50 per contract on just a $2 move. And that's the power of options.
And Richard, you have a question down in the chat. Ashley Mayfield asked, where did you get the 250 from? Was it ATR? Now, Obi-Wan answered her and said you use Stock Consultant.
I use Stock Consultant, and the reason we'll show you here now how you can do it from here if you don't want to use Stock Consultant. I love Stock Consultant because it's given me a 6-month history of the ATR, so it is a smoother line, and I'm going to show you why that is. So, Ange, if you can go up to the box in front of the pencil and click that.
Everybody down in the chat, let's go ahead and get a couple of super chats going, because you are getting a wealth of information. And I'm sure Coach would be so happy to get a few super chats up in there. Somebody get the ball rolling.
So did you click on it?
I did.
Okay. And it should open up. Do you see where the ATR is when it opens up the bar? Because I don't know if it's visible or not visible with yours.
You want the ATR, right?
Yeah, I want the ATR. It's showing ATR, right?
It is now.
Okay, good. So, but now she is on what is a 2-minute chart.
Yep.
The thing with the ATR is we don't want to know what it is at the 2-minute, because on normal days, now mind you, today wasn't necessarily a normal day, but even on this day, look at how this line jumped up at the beginning of the day and then fell down and just fell and went sideways. It does that every day on all stocks, because the most volatile time of the day is the first half hour and the last hour. Power hour and the beginning of the day, you have so much volatility that the average true range is skewed. But now,
Wow.
if we change this chart to a day chart, so go down from the 2-minute, drop it down to a day. And now you're seeing what it does, the range in a day. Do you see how crazy that is?
That is choppy.
So what you would have to do, if you want to use this, you can, but you would have to draw a line somewhere in the middle of that mishmash chop. She would have to estimate where the midpoint is. I would say drop it a little bit more. Go below that line where you're at. Go just a little bit below that line, because that's kind of crazy and have trouble. Are you dropping it?
I did.
Okay. If you go across, what does it say the price is for the ATR on the side?
$4. $5.64.
$5.64. So basically, it's saying today moved about 60 cents more than what the normal is, because remember, it's $255. Do you follow that?
Yep.
So that works, but see how choppy it is?
Yeah.
Well, Stock Consultant averages it out and smooths the line so that you know, okay, I don't have to guess and be off, because it's so important to be as precise as you can on that gold line when you identify the gold line, like we did. Because if that gold line is accurate, I'm going to tell you what, the rest of your lines will be accurate for. I kind of look to tweak mine at a week, but many times it's the same spot 2 weeks, 3 weeks down the way. You have your lines and you can see, yeah, there can be pennies difference, but you have an idea where people are going to be hiding, placing orders ready to shove it back down or to push it back up. And so that's so now go back. Once you have the ATR, you can get rid of the ATR, click on the ATR up at the top. Up there, take it away. And now you're back to being fine where you're at. Go to 2-minute because you're on the day. And then now, just for the heck of it, squish it down a little bit and let's look at our lines. And you're going to see that, hey, isn't it interesting how close they are, and giving you a great, it should give you faith and confidence in knowing where your ceilings and floors are. And then you have to make your own decision whether you want to stay in it to see if it goes higher. And I can tell you, in the summer, most of the time, it's not going to have the strength to push higher without an event. And hopefully that raise hands, or we don't raise hands here. Ask questions in the deal if you want.
Yeah.
I have a follow-up for you, and one of the members asked it, but I'll
Sure.
add to it too. So I know, because I went to the training in futures when you kind of covered this a little bit, that this was something that you were looking at. Have you done anything on the futures side that supports the same thing?
I'm sure it does work. It should work on the futures.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that I saw different, and again, I'm going to just apologize. I was trained in stocks and options. I work for an institution in Spain, for those that don't know. Since 1994, so I've been doing this 30 some years. So my experience and my knowledge of what things do and how they perform is based on that. I have been peaking in futures because we have a term that we say, have you drank the Kool-Aid for futures? I've been sipping that Kool-Aid.
Sippy,
So
sippy.
I have been going over and looking at, but because of the role, I try to help with the stock side, since that is my strength. I have gone over and peeked to see, and yeah, it looks like they do. But the thing that I see different with futures is a little bit more wick reaction or shadow reaction, if that's your background. In institutions, we call them shadows, not wicks. And so it's important to bring that up because wicks are also indicating where orders are hiding. Because on the screen, can you see, pick a line there above the stocks, the one that's open, and put your mouse right in the middle of the day. Go to the next one that's up. There. So I know that although it looks like a paper line, a thin line, I know that line has thickness and that there are orders above that. Again, I was trained as an apartment building. So do you have paper floors in an apartment building?
Nope.
No, you don't. Because if you did, you'd go right through it and then down to the next floor and then down to the next floor until you hit the ground where the foundation is. What you do is you have 2x4s or 4x6s or whatever, or concrete or whatever. You have a thickness of that floor. Well, there is a thickness above the line, but if we tried to draw all the lines with thickness, you'd be so confused you wouldn't be able to notice it. But I can promise you that there are orders that are above that line. And if we could see that, if we could know that it would pop up how many orders are there, you would know how you have to wait until your buying candle that's going up eats up all those orders and gets through that thickness, and then it can proceed to the next ceiling. But so I often, the way it was explained to me, and I think it's funny, but if you have your little child in your arms and you put a little helmet on it, okay, and then you toss them up to the ceiling, the first time they're going to go, ow, and come back down, and you can catch them. And you go, wasn't that fun? Let's do it again. And you toss them up and they go, ow, and they come back down. But if you hit it enough times, all of a sudden you're going to have some of that ceiling break, especially if it's like styrofoam or whatever they have.
Yeah, and the baby's going to have a little bit of brain damage, right?
Yeah, well, I run out of the room before my wife sees it. So anyway, is that good? I don't know what happened.
Oh, no wonder Johan treats you like that.
Yeah. That's right. So, but anyway, you'll start to have debris fall because with enough hits, you'll make a hole. If you've ever been in an apartment and people are jumping above and you're below, you're not happy because you'll see your chandelier, if you have one, kind of shaking and stuff. And it's like, if they do it plenty of times and enough, there's a chance that they could break through maybe a tile or something, depending on how old the construction was or whatever.
Right,
but if they did, they're going to fall down through it to the next floor. Well, that's what's happening with stocks in layman terms. You're either going to break up and go above, or you're going to break down and go below. But even on here now, move back in just after the drop in the morning where it goes up, and you see it hit you can see kind of a demonstration of where it's there, and it just, that's what's happening. To see that the candles tossing up to the ceiling as we're going across, but it's not breaking through. It doesn't break through until you can go to where the green super triangle is with your mouse.
Yep.
That's the first time it's actually has enough times that it hit that now there's a hole. But it has to do what we call break and hold to continue up and go further. And that's a different subject. But again, I would like to focus on, for you that have less experience, if you can just learn where the ceilings and floors are, and then join us to learn where the indicators are, then your trading success will increase dramatically. And I mean dramatically. And
that is
so
awesome. I don't want to cut you off, but Chris has got his crypto Zoom at 3, and I told him I'd be done at 3.
Have we already used up our time?
We have, Richard. Oh my God, you're so passionate about it and so knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for all
I'm sorry
that.
I cut off Ange's time, dang it. Ange today did a mastermind on what we call the L2. So one last thing. I know you said you're going to cut it off real quick, but we do have some specials. And I talked to our management team and said, so I know there's other people watching. If you are interested in joining us, we have two specials that I want to talk. One is called a diamond, which means your access to everything. You can find your passion afterwards, whether it's crypto, stocks, futures, doesn't matter what it is. You can come in and partake in find your passion, and you will never pay another dime after. That cost for that diamond normally is $20,000. And if you go to any university like Stanford, you'll find that finance degree average cost is $92,000. UCLA, ASU, it's like over $14,000. So it's an extremely reasonable price for whatever you're going to want to be involved in. But for the 4th of July, go ahead, Don, tell them how much that is.
It's only $5,000.
$5,000. I tell you what, the owner I need to have lessons with him about business. $5,000
for $50,000 worth of services.
Yeah, just unbelievable, actually. So if you're interested in that, because that ends this Sunday night, I have got permission that we can take. If you have a Discord membership, we need your Discord name. Or if you have it, like I said, if you have a Discord, give us your Discord name. But Monday you have to come in and buy it because you're going around the corner on them. And I got permission to go ahead and do that so that you can join. If, however, your focus is, I'd like to learn more about stocks and options, then you can do a VIP gold combo. And Don, do you have the promotion for that for the 4th of July?
I do not. 2,500?
Yes, 20. I think
I believe it is 2,500 is the.
It considers the gold and 6 months of the gold.
Right, 6 months of VIP, absolutely free.
Right, and so and that's annual, I believe. So if you're interested in that instead, it's like half the price. Now, in the diamond, I even got permission that you can do it in 2 payments. You could do 2,500 and then a month later do another 2,500. So if you're trying to finagle your finances, which every house is, I'm retired, I'm struggling that. You can break it up into 2 payments, and yet you'll never pay another dime after that 5,000, and you have it for life. Come join us, join the community. Consider very seriously if you want to make the money that a regular job would take hours on, you really want to join us because you can do it from anywhere. And so I'll leave with that and share that. Thank you very much.
Richard, thank you very much. And this has been an amazing class. Thank you so much for being on here and giving us the nuggets that you did. I hope you have an amazing 4th of July weekend. As all of you, and Ange, thank you for being on here. She did an Irish goodbye on us. Thank you for coming and hanging out and helping Richard out with the screen sharing. And everybody have a fantastic weekend.
I'm signing up for the YouTube signing on program.
Yeah.
Everybody have a great 4th. Love you. See you. Bye.
All right. And here's Coach to tell us about that deal once again. I think. Hold on. Maybe not. Here we go.
We've got a huge sale going on for 4th of July. I was like, man, what can we do? We already run amazing sales. We do all cool things. Everything is awesome. And I've been asked time and time again since I stopped the sale. So we'll run it again right now. Diamond lifetime membership today, $5,000. It includes all of our membership services, including my mentorship program. That's premium, VIP, VIP gold, crypto, crypto VIP, crypto VIP gold, futures, futures VIP, futures VIP gold. That mentorship program, you're going to get all the breakout rooms, all the Saturday training, all the workshop classes, right? Everything that we have, all the early pre-market access, all the videos, all the advanced videos on demand. You're going to get everything we have, one and done, one-time price. $5,000. You guys remember all the rules. You must follow all of them. Not some. You don't get to sprinkle in your own and leave mine out. You must follow all the rules. Always have a stop loss in each and every trade. If you're a new trader, make sure you are simulate trading only using a paper account. I don't want anybody losing their money while you are in training. Make sure you guys are using small position sizes. This will allow you to let those runners run and stop out the losers. Again, stops on every trade, regardless of shares, options, futures, or crypto. Make sure you guys are journaling every single day. It's one of the most important pieces of what we do on top of the risk management, so that you can help assess what you are doing and make the changes that you need to do. Don't trade in the first 30 minutes or the last hour of the day if you're a new trader. And if you are an experienced trader, please be careful the first 3 minutes or the last 8 minutes of the trading day.